Have you ever signed a Wonderkid in FM23 that everyone else is raving about, but for you, it just doesn't seem to work out? Well, today, I'm hoping to end that feeling for you guys by giving you a full team of FM23 Wonderkids who I consider my reliable picks, and I'll go through why after we run this intro. Hi everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT. Welcome to today's video, and as mentioned, I'm bringing you a team of reliable Wonderkids. Now, my criteria for these Wonderkids fall into 5 categories. Firstly, they need to be a Wonderkid that we haven't covered too much on the channel already, if at all. Secondly, I need these players to all be somewhat affordable. Obviously, it will depend what club you're playing with and who you're managing, but most of them are below £15 million or so, with some of them being really cheap. Number 3, these players need to have a good starting ability, someone that can play very well right from the off and doesn't need loads of growth before they're any good. Number 4, you need to be able to make a deal for these players in the first transfer window, or at least the first season of your FM23 saves. And number 5, all of these players can be found on a small database. I'll show you what I'm running here, but it's literally just the first Spanish division, and I have set the database size to large, so there's only 12,000 people or so, but all of these Wonderkids fit in to this criteria. If you do enjoy the video, or even just find one pick that you find useful, smash the like button for me, subscribe for more content like this, and let us know what list or video you'd like to see next. And with that being said, let's start off with player number 1. And our first player is a centre-back, a tall 6'4", 20-year-old, a French national by the name of Maxim Esteve, who plays for Montpellier in the first division. At the start of this save, he's wanted by Manchester United, and you can see why. Very good physical attributes. Not the world's best ball player because his vision isn't great, but definitely someone who could become a top tier defender, strong mentally as well, comes in at a price point of about £10 million, and as mentioned, all of these players you can make a deal for in the first window. Fingers crossed, of course. It depends what club you're managing, but the potential is there for a transfer to happen. Very reliable, can play for most teams right off the bat, so definitely someone who you don't have to worry about not growing into a world-class player, because even if he doesn't reach that, he's still going to be a very good centre-back for you. Moving on to a player that can play both centre-back, left-back and wing-back, but particularly those left-sided areas very well. It's Victor Christiansen, who is a Danish under-21 international playing for FC Copenhagen. I've seen this guy crop up in loads of my saves, always playing for a pretty reputable team, usually a top European side. He can be picked up for a cheap price of around 6 million and get there quick before other clubs start sniffing around, because he's already got everything he needs to be a top draw left back, and he's only 19 years of age, so he's only going to get better. He's already good enough right from the off, great physical attributes, good going forward, but can defend decently well as well, and his mental attributes are nicely balanced. This guy is a great choice on that left hand side of the pitch. A centre back that I love to sign just because he always hits the same level for me is Morato of Benfica. This Brazilian 6'4" centre-back who wears a number 91 for his club can be signed for about £13 million and is a physical monster right away. Not only is he tall, he's strong, he's not too slow either, naturally fit and good in the air with great heading accuracy, marking, tackling, and he's also very good in the ball playing departments. His technique lets him down a little bit, but great vision, passing, positioning is also very nice, decision making. As far as left-footed centre-backs go that should always be able to be signed, he is a top draw pick. I've been able to sign him before with clubs of the size of Leicester, and I know that is a Premier League side, but still, it's not the top clubs in the world, so clearly this guy is a transfer that you might be able to make happen depending on who you're managing, but I love this guy and he always grows into a beast. Noel, Aséko, Nkili is a fantastic central midfield or defensive midfield option who is coming through the ranks at Bayern Munich. He's been poached from Hertha for about £850,000 and is one of the best Wonderkids in that defensive midfield position on the whole of FM23. Now, unlike a lot of the players in this list, this guy is only 16 and has loads of room left to grow. Mainly these reliable Wonderkids are reliable because they're already 19, 20-year-olds who you can kind of rely on. But Noel, Aséko and Nkili, I'm putting putting in this list because he fits my criteria, and the best part about him is, even if he never grew again, he'd still be a pretty decent player, but clearly he is going to grow. He's only 16 with a lot of room to get better, but that first touch is good. The tackling, the technique, the passing, the vision, the physical attributes. And Nkili has it all. He's determined as well, a nice personality and fairly determined, 6 foot tall. As time goes on and he develops, he will become a great physical presence for you in the midfield. Capped for the under-17s of Germany if we ask his agent about his availability. You can see Bayern Munich would want 7 to 9 million. I know you might read this message and think, oh, that clearly means you're not able to make a deal. If it's this particular message, you usually can, because what it's saying is he doesn't think we have the finances to pull this off. We're Real Madrid. I feel like it might be a glitch in the game, because realistically, if we paid his transfer fee, we're going to be able to afford the wages of a 16-year-old. He's not going to break the bank, and chances are that's just some kind of error in the game in thinking we can't afford him, because clearly we can. But what a player this guy is, someone who I think will make a Wonderkid to Superstar video on soon. Let me know if you've tried him down below, and let's move on to our next pick. Before we do though, hopefully you'll just give me 5 to 10 seconds to let you know that I have my own channel linked in the description, where we've got a new series coming soon and some one-off rebuild videos. So I'd greatly appreciate it if you come click that link in the description and check the channel out. If you could subscribe as well, that would be awesome. My next pick is 20-year-old Swiss under-21 international Fabian Rieder, who plays for young boys in the Swiss divisions. Now, I've done a Wonderkid to Superstar on him back on FM23, where he grew into a phenomenal midfielder because he has a great set of all-round attributes from the start, and it looks like this year he is no different. I haven't actually checked him out this year until now, but for about 10 to 12 million, you're picking up a central midfielder who's got bundles of talent and can play at the highest levels straight away, and he's going to grow even more. Yes, he's fairly weak in terms of his strength and jumping reach, but we can forgive that because everything else looks very good. A great passer of the football who's also got great first touch and dribbling, crossing corners, set pieces he seems to like as well. Just needs to up that finishing and you'll have a great player, but decision making, concentration, composure, all of it looks great. Another player who got a Wonderkid to Superstar video last year is Alberto Moleiro, and much like the previous year, again, my first time checking him out in FM23, but he has all of the attributes that he used to, and he's got even better it seems, because this guy can be picked up for 6 to 7 million from Las Palmas in the second division of Spain. As many small Spanish midfielders do, he has got technical ability off the charts. Technique, passing and vision are great, first touch, finishing, dribbling. He's got all you'd want to be a great player for your side. Yes, he'll need a bit of growth, but he's only 18, he's not going to cost you the world, and he is willing to leave his second division club. Check him out if you haven't already, and you just might find your new favourite number 10. If you're seeing this video, it likely means a day or so ago, we released a Wonderkid to Superstar on this man, Datro Fofana, so if you want to see how good he can become, check out that video, and he might actually not be available if you see this in a few months, because it looks like he's going to join Chelsea, but right now he has got everything he needs and is available right from the off for a very small price from Mulder. The Ivorian attacking player can play on the wide right or up front and has physical attributes that make him deadly in the in-game match engine. Great work rate as well. Decent technicals that need some work, but everything else is very good. Determined with great flair. Datro Fofana has consistency in important matches of high levels as well. There's some hidden attributes that he has that make him very good, and he's definitely worth picking up in your save. The hope is, by the way, with all of these players, it will give everybody an option to sign, because so many times I see people say, oh, he's not in my save, where is he, I can't find him, and I get it, sometimes people don't have the computers to run large databases, but you can see, even here with a small database, we are still doing very well and finding all of these Wonderkids, and they don't come much better than this man, Arsen Zakharyan, who has of course been around for a few years since he got those international appearances at such a young age, but the Dynamo Moscow midfielder is phenomenal and someone that I haven't talked about enough recently. Still very good in FM23, 19 years of age, and a bunch of technical attributes that are off the charts, great vision as well. He looks like the perfect creative player, 6 foot tall, and within a few years this guy will be one of the world's best if you give him the chance, but like all the others, even if he doesn't grow, he is still reliable enough to play for most teams in the world. With a lot of these players, they are slightly older than the ones we usually look at, because I want the guys who are always going to perform well for you, and for that reason, you might have heard of one or two of these before, and if you're a Football Manager expert, maybe you know every single one of these, but someone I have never signed but have always heard about is Brazilian 19-year-old Marcus Leonardo of Santos. Supposedly he'd be best as a poacher, but as an advanced forward he still has everything you'd want him to have. He's a great finisher with very nice physical attributes, he can get himself around very quickly and with some very nice work rate. Decision making is okay, as is his composure. He will be a great finisher in no time with a little bit of development, but like all the others, right away he can make a difference to your side. £10 million or so will bring him to your team. He's willing to discuss terms with us as Real Madrid, which I know is not the best test because we're Real Madrid, but I just wanted to make sure they'd at least be willing to negotiate with whoever you're managing. Hopefully your club will be able to take him off of Santos's hands, and with that being said, let's move on to our last player, and it's the man who's slowly but surely becoming one of my favourites of FM23. It's Dion Drena Beljo, a Croatian 20-year-old striker. He was the star of my Rangers rebuild video on my channel, where within 5 seasons he became the best player in the world, the best striker in the world, and near enough single-handedly took Rangers to Champions League glory. He's that good. You'll be able to sign him from Osijek in the Croatian division. Apologies for my pronunciation on any of these names, by the way. For about £3 million, you're getting a physically dominant striker who's 6'5", but also isn't a slouch. He's decently quick and agile as well. Good in front of goal, good mental attributes, and within time he will grow to be one of the most deadly forwards in world football. He's never going to have a current ability rating of a Moukoko or an Endrick, but still, he can really break the in-game engine with the way that he can play. One of my favourites, and one that you guys need to test if you haven't already. But there we go, everybody. That is my list of the most reliable Wonderkids in FM23. Let me know if you've tried any of these in the comments down below, and let me know your suggestions of the guys that always do well for you. I've tried to avoid the obvious Endricks, Moukokos and whatnot, and even if some of these players are slightly well known, I wanted to give you guys plenty of options. If you have enjoyed it, smash the like button for me, subscribe for more, and check out my channel linked in the description down below. But most of all, have a great day everybody, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.